What is going on, guys? Zuko back with another Dragonflight video. Hope you're all doing very well. We are back on the Survival Hunter, baby. I've missed playing this thing. I haven't really been able to like pick it up until a little bit more recently. I played it a bit in Season 1, but I'm trying to make a big push with it now in Season 2. So I want to show you some footage from a dungeon. I just want to talk about Survival Hunter a little bit generally and why I think it's really awesome as a spec in general, but also the tools that Hunter can bring to different dungeons, and I'm going to talk about that in the freehold that I'll show you. Here's my character really quick at a glance. I really don't have a lot of gear yet, and I don't have a super high item level. I just got this ring from the freehold that I ran, Seal of Questionable Loyalties. I do have a dice, which is kind of nice. Got kind of some bad trinkets from Zaralek Caverns, but that's okay. It's all just kind of gear that is tiding me over till I get my good stuff. I do have 2 and 2 tier set right now. So I've got the old tier set from Season 1, 2 pieces of that, I guess 3 pieces technically. And then I have 2 pieces of the new tier set. Right now, we're on week 3 of the Catalyst, so I could have a 3rd piece of tier, but there's no real point yet because you don't get the second benefit. But next week, starting Tuesday, I will be able to get full 4-piece. So once that gets rolling, I'm going to do another video talking more specifically about that because I think it's a really interesting tier set, all about kind of bombs and kill command. Interesting stuff there. Now, those are my stats. That's kind of what's going on. My gear doesn't look super good, but that's okay. I just did a freehold. We did about 82k overall. I was really happy with it. I mean, this thing just absolutely pumps damage. Here's my build. I do run Hydra's Bite over Poison Injection, and I'll talk about that in the video. Sorry, and we are in the video. In the dungeon, I just find it's really valuable to have extra Serpent Stings, and also just to have the 20% more damage. I think it's good, and I don't like having to like tab target through enemies on AoE to get the Poison Injection proc, and even just on single target, I understand it's a boost. Maybe on Tyrannical weeks I would run this, but this is the build that I'm running for the most part. I've got Ruthless Marauder with Fury. I've got Birds of Prey. It's pretty standard, I think, nowadays, because they buffed Ruthless Marauder to be a 2 talent point instead of a 3. And then they also buff Lunge, making you cool down your bombs a little more, which is really, really good. Let's just dive right into the video. Here's the opening pack. This is an absolute crazy amount of damage here. Again, I get my Serpent Stings out. This is where Hydra's Bite, I think, has a bit of value, because I can get multiple Serpent Stings going at the same time. I Lust. I don't get a green bomb right away. People, I know that there's Survival Hunters on like sub-creation and stuff aren't even pressing Serpent Sting because the value is like too low. I just think that's really stupid because I haven't got a green bomb yet. I went blue bomb, red bomb, and then I'm doing my rest of my rotation. Here goes my bombs. Back to blue bomb again. I just got another blue bomb. So there are situations like this where you may not get a green bomb. I just get a green bomb now, finally. So I can throw it, and that's great. But, like, the reality is I got a bunch of Serpent Sting damage in before that green bomb even showed up. So this whole idea of, like, not pressing Serpent Sting because you know you're going to get a green bomb, which will apply Serpent Sting, it just seems kind of stupid to me because there's situations like that where you're not going to get, you're just going to get unlucky. That's just the reality. Here's some interesting tech I didn't know about Incorp, by the way. I throw my freezing trap down. It ends up triggering on this guy, unfortunately. You have to be really careful with your freezing traps. The priest just mind controls this guy. Now he's on our side, and he can destabilize enemies. And it doesn't do 50%, or sorry, 100% less damage or whatever. I think it's 50% each time. On enemies, it does 5%, but it's really cool. On boss fights in particular, you can debuff the boss by like 5%. Multiple times, which is kind of insane, actually, in terms of the amount of damage reduction that can give your team. Very cool tech from the Shadow Priest. But yeah, the damage is just so good on this build, man. Fury of the Eagle is so much fun to play with. I love having like a Fist of Fury type thing, like a monk does, but it just feels better in my opinion. But yeah, for Incorp, you have Freezing Trap. Don't forget about that. You can just always, you can pre-trap the Incorp, and it's like the best situation, right? Here's the first boss. We don't have Lust, but we do have our cooldowns are all coming back, obviously. The you want to manage your kill commands very closely when you're on boss fights, because if you don't, you'll run out of resources very, very quickly. One cool thing about this boss fight is that you can manage where the puddles go down. So I end up messing it up right here. Here's the first puddle. The bird's going to spawn. It's going to go across. And then once the bird goes across, whichever one of us is closest to the bird after he charges, that's where the puddle will come down. I happen to be the closest to him. Or no, sorry, the evoker was closest. That was good. On the next one right here, I'm the closest person because the evoker's over here now. So then I get the puddle on me. So I messed that up. I didn't realize that. I needed to actually move away, and I'll show you how that's done in a second. Here's an example of the bird's going to fly across the arena here. It just flew across right there. Everybody on my team is behind me right now, so I need to jump over here. So I disengage really quick. Now I'm the closest person to where the bird left off, and the puddle goes on my feet. So you can bait the puddle really easily as a survival hunter because you have the combo of disengage plus harpoon. Really, really good combo to help you get your focus back, but really it helps in those kinds of situations too where you want to bait like a puddle like that, which is super, super cool. Make sure you're using misdirect on every pack. You really want to misdirect your tank. It's super important. Otherwise, you'll end up just dying when you go in because our burst damage, as you can see, is super strong. I'm only 414 item level, and I'm doing like 150 to 200k on all these packs. There's my freezing trap once again on that guy, and then I think the priest will mind control this other one again. I don't know if he actually does it. Oh, yeah, he did it again. So he did it like all dungeon long, which was super cool. I do pop my Birds of Prey cooldown here, which is a little late. But we just chain this pull into the next pull, which is really, really good. So I throw my bomb, and then I get the extra kill command going. I get one more kill shot, sorry. You can get at least 4, I believe. Always 4 kill shots inside the Birds of Prey window, which is really good. You can see our damage is super strong. Another AoE pack here, Fury of the Eagle. Another trap for the Incorp. Rinse and repeat. It's really good. Our damage is really strong. AoE damage is just a given, right? Because you have bombs, and you have Fury of the Eagle, and you have Explosive Shot. So many of our abilities just do AoE damage right off the bat. I tried to interrupt the Frost Breath here. We didn't get... my kick was down for this, so anyway, we get hit by one of them. Bit of a mistake. Here comes Incorp again. Again, you can pre-trap. Really strong. Really, really strong. I can kick this one. There's another ability that you have called Scatter Shot, which you can use. You can literally take care of both Incorps as a survival hunter, like on your own, which I think is super, super fun. Last couple of packs. One thing that's important here is that you can dodge a lot of these melee mechanics because you're just a survival hunter. Number one, you have the lunge talent, which gives you 3 extra yards of range, which is super good. But number two, most of your abilities are ranged anyway, so you can step out of melee like this. You can throw kill shot, wildfire bomb, kill command, explosive shot. Fury of the Eagle will still hit from like standing just on the edge of this circle. So you have so much flexibility as a melee survival hunter. Really, survival hunter is what I would classify as a mid-range spec because you have so many abilities that you can cast from range, and you have that extra 3-yard range on all of your attacks from lunge. So I just think it makes these kinds of situations with like going bananas and the circles on the ground, it makes it a lot easier for us as a melee class because you have all this range that you can just play around with. And that's just awesome. Like bananas is going off here. I don't care. I'll just stand back here and cast my kill shots and my Fury of the Eagle. Not a problem. I don't have to be anywhere near that guy. So I love that flexibility with Survival Hunter. It makes it a really, really strong melee. Another cool part about Survival Hunter is its mobility. On this fight with Eudora, you really need to be able to jump around. She's going to go for her ability right there. I'm going to press aspect of the cheetah. I could have harpooned to Eudora right before she starts casting her shotgun. You can actually do that to bridge the distance there, the gap there. But it's a little bit dangerous if you harpoon late, then she'll start shotgunning you right in the face. So you need to be a little bit careful about when you use that harpoon. She's about to jump again. We get a lucky jump here. She jumps right over here. But again, the mobility is very, very strong for a survival hunter. It allows you to jump around the battlefield, and for boss fights where you need to get out of mechanics, it makes it much, much better for you. Again, big AoE damage coming through here. Fury of the Eagle plus Explosive Shot is just like, immediately going to get you to 180k. Like, if you just throw explosive shot and one wildfire bomb and then do Fury of the Eagle, you're gonna get that much damage. On top of that, we get the Birds of Prey with coordinated assault going, so I'm doing big kill shots. Our damage is above 200k now, 220k. Like, it's just insane, guys. It's so strong. I'm only 414 item level once again. I do start dying, so I disengage away from Blind Rage, and then again I can keep doing damage from out here. Bomb, kill shot, Serpent Sting. It doesn't matter, man. Like, you can respect those frustrating mechanics that normal, like, real melee classes have to deal with. You don't really have to deal with it whatsoever. So that's really, really nice. Honestly, I love it. Yeah, let's keep going. Let me get to the end here. We're gonna skip the turtle stuff because it doesn't really matter. We'll get to the final packs here. Again, big AoE damage. One cool thing I want to show you on the Harlan Sweete fight, after we kill this last AoE pack. Again, our consistent damage, like pack to pack to pack, you're going to be doing really, really good damage if you're just kind of doing your rotation. So, love it. Here's the Harlan Sweete fight. I want to get to halfway through, so I'm going to skip a little bit here. Once he gets to 60%, he starts casting his Whirling Dagger on everybody. Remember, you can always freezing trap the ads. Just want to make sure I show that really quick. Do I do it here? That's the gun. I think I trap him here. Swap the deck with his gizzards. Here we go. So these ad will always spawn in this gold pile here. You can pre-trap it. I didn't actually pre-trap it very well, but I do end up getting him there. I actually trapped it pretty late. You can pre-trap at the beginning of the fight. Rich was doing this in our dungeons. You can just throw it at the beginning of the fight. So just remember that. Okay, he gets to 60% here, and he's going to start casting his Swiftwind Saber. That's going to be AoE. And then right after Swiftwind Saber, he does a Whirling Dagger at everybody on our team. What you can do is you can pre-turtle this right before he does the dagger, and you will dodge all of the damage. So right here, here comes Whirling Dagger. I pop Turtle right here, okay? Everybody else gets hit with a Whirling Dagger. Look at their frames. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not getting hit at all. I'm not taking any damage at all from the fire over time, which you take fire damage over time a little bit here, while the bombs are not even, you don't even have to get hit by the bombs. You just take a little bit of fire damage over time. And the Whirling Dagger. I dodge both of them because of my turtle. So really huge defensive. On a much higher key, this is so critical to staying alive as a hunter. Make sure you're using your turtle. It's like the best defensive that you have on this fight because you can dodge so much of that damage. So, yeah. Then another Whirling Dagger comes out. Whirling Dagger number 2. I use Survival of the Fittest on this one. I hold Exhilaration for later, and I don't take any damage. Now, on a higher key, on Tyrannical, you would take a lot more damage from this, so you might have to Exil as well. But just try to space out your... try to space out your defensives as a hunter because you just don't really have any. And Turtle is your absolute best friend on that fight right there. So here's the last fight. We have 1% to go. I'm not even sure where we dropped the 1%. Just got to kill this dog. And there we go. 82k overall. We got 32 rating. And I did get the Seal of Questionable Loyalties. I was very happy. I was looking for that ring. So very happy that I got that. Yeah, once again, let's look at the damage breakdown here. Serpent Sting's my top damage. That's because of Hydra's Bite, right? That's because of this talent here, giving me extra Serpent Stings at firing enemies and the 20% more damage on Serpent Sting. Sorry. So I really, really like Hydra's Bite for that. Fury of the Eagle, big damage. Mongoose Bite. My pet's name is Cat of Ownage. I have a little bit of extra damage from my pet because I do have the new tier set bonus, right, which gives me 40% more damage on the next kill command after I throw a bomb. So, yeah, that's it, guys. I'm really excited about Survival Hunter. I'm going to do a few more videos on it, talking about the different utility that it can provide, especially this week with Incorp, and also just the damage in general. I want you guys to follow me on this little journey as I get my 4-piece bonus going as well, and I do want to do a big, deeper dive on the 4-piece bonus and what it's really providing for us. My suspicion is that it's really going to buff our single target damage, which is a lot of what the original Season 1 tier set bonus did. So hopefully, yeah, just follow me for that, and we're going to talk a lot about that. I'm going to talk a lot about the Survival Hunter talents and kind of why I'm choosing what I'm choosing, and you can come along with me. I would love to have you guys here. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you guys playing Survival Hunter? Have you tried it at all in Dragonflight? I would love to hear from you in the comments down below. Drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.